Justine and Tyrique bones again. Garby being shipped with everyone. Lucinda back with her alleged pepper mayo boyfriend. What the welly Anje. Are some of the Islanders leaving? Are some coming back? We'll talk about it. So this is Anonymous T, and let's get it crack-a-lackin'. So, anything I say is alleged and in my very, very personal opinion. This is for entertainment purposes only. None of this is personal. The Copyright Act of 1976 is in the description box. Some meat and potatoes, some housekeeping items. It is free to follow me. Free to follow me on this channel, Anonymous T. Free to follow me on my other channel, Anonymous T Podcast. There is new content over there. Follow me on the Tickety Talk at Anonymous T Podcast. Free to follow me on the Instagram. On the Instagram, he's at Anonymous Reality T. Free to share everywhere. Free to like the video so it gets out to the algorithm. Free to share with your family, your friends, and your foes, and coming or going, hit the like button. So today we are talking Love Island Games, USA Season 2, and we've got a little bit of, some crumbs, some things to talk about with these Islanders. They've been going live. They've been a lot more active on the social media. A lot of them yesterday were at these tryouts. It's this charity event for the Reality Kings, and I think Jeremiah is a captain. I think Louis from Netflix is a captain. I think Cordell is a captain, and someone else is a captain too. Sorry. I'm blanking on who it is at the moment. But nonetheless, there was Cinco there from season 3. A lot of the Islanders from Love Island Games were there. Andrea was there. Justine was there. Garby was there. Kaykay was there. She came back, you guys. So she was celebrating her birthday, but she said that she's going to be back in Los Angeles for a couple of weeks, you guys. And Tyrique was there as well, you guys. And there was an interesting encounter between Tyrique and Kaykay, where Tyrique is trying to get Kaykay on the streams and everything else, and she's like, I don't know about all that. Tyrique's like, well, we can still be friends, we can still be cool, this and that. And she's like, I don't want to be friends. I want more than that. We can't just be friends out here. So that exchange to me was really funny. I don't know whether, it sounds like low-key on the low-low. Kaykay may still have some feelings for Tyrique, but I don't know. But none of the less, we don't know what's going to make of these quote-unquote tryouts of the reality TV game. So I guess more to come on that. This is all, though, for charity. Now, also what happened is Lucinda is in Hawaii, like I told y'all, but the reason she's in Hawaii is also because Pepper Mayo's got something going on. And she was there by herself for a couple of days in Hawaii, so somebody has to be taking these pictures for her, because there was no other female influencers there. So I'm inclined to believe that she never actually broke up with her boyfriend and maybe kicked it to him like, listen, looky here, I might have to kiss a couple of people or whatever else for the show, for the shmoney, but I'm coming back home to you. Because Lucinda said that she had just bought a big house and that she might be doing some decorating. I wonder if that house is with Mr. Pepper Mayo. I mean, why not, right? That's what it's giving, because he was in the comments of one of her posts with all these star emojis. And I can't help but think they must be back together. So maybe that fan wasn't wrong that was trying to give Isaiah the heads up. Like, listen, looky here. Lucinda goes on these reality shows and then she goes back to her boyfriend. Same thing allegedly happened when she was on Love Island, Australia, and everything else. Make it make sense! So nonetheless, Andreina from Season 7 and from Love Island Games USA Season 2 is going to be heading to Hawaii today as well. Now, I don't know if any of the other Love Island people across the board that were previously with Pepper Mayo for the US Open, so that would be from Season 7, that would be Bella, and that would be Shelly, and then from Season 6, it would be Kaylor. So potentially be on the lookout. They might be in Hawaii, they might not be, if there is some big campaign going on with Pepper Mayo for this alleged Hawaii trip, y'all. But none of the less, it does not shock me at all that Lucinda, played up whatever she played up, because Isaiah doesn't want to talk about her at all. Isaiah did get online and express that Garby did not intentionally hit Nicola, which I told y'all. And Josh even spoke to it and said, as somebody who works out all the time, as somebody who is a personal trainer and everything else, that when you're in that type of a zone, when you're in those duels, when you're in that type of a competition, it is lights out. It is lights out. You are focused in, and you literally have a blackout situation where you're just trying to achieve whatever goal you're trying to achieve. It was nothing intentional, and people need to drop that narrative. Isaiah also said that Garby showed her personality a lot more towards the end of the season, towards the end of filming of Love Island Games, and they all love her. I don't know if y'all been paying attention, but all of these Islanders have literally been partying every night for like a week straight. They've had all of these restaurants and all of these celebrations and everything else for this week straight and counting. Ty has been on Twitch a couple of times. Tyrique even went on Twitch with Jeremiah. They got to meet each other yesterday and everything else. And, it's just interesting, right? Tyrique said that he might be staying until October 19th, but the reason that I said might be because he had this weird post in his Snap last night that we are going to read and discuss because I found it very interesting, right? So on the Snappy chats, as all of the Islanders were all hanging out, Johnny was next to Andreina. I know y'all gonna make a big deal about that. I don't care about it, to be honest. Johnny has seen his daughter, and his dad was in town as well. So people can, DEAD that narrative that he wasn't seeing his kid and all this and all that. There was some big barbecue with the fellas that they had yesterday that Carrington was at as well. And I believe Tyrique and Toby and them were at. And all of this and all of that. And so we were getting a lot of good footage of both Justine, Andreina, and Garby. I love this trio. I love this friendship. I love how they hype each other up and everything else. However, there was something that happened because Tyrique is going to Tyrique, and he's going to get in his feelings about something at some point, about someone or whatever the case may be. And something did not go his way last night because he said the following. He said, you see in this life, you need to cut your losses and call it a night. It's given you got to know when to fold them. That's what that translated to me. You see in this life, you need to know when to cut your losses and call it a night. Let me go recharge for tomorrow. Be right back. About to sleep like I built the Statue of Liberty single-handedly. No. So is that trouble in paradise with Justine? Is that trouble in paradise? Are you feeling a certain way because your ex, she's on a vacation for her man's birthday for, I think they went to Greece or whatever else. They've been on multiple vacations to Jamaica, to Greece, all types of places. Is it about that? Like, what's your problem that you had to leave the club early? You had to leave the club early and get out of here. Here's the thing. I think the Islanders, they're seeing what the fans are doing on the Tickety Talk and how they're shipping Garby with everybody, how they're shipping Justine with Tyrique. And I think they were giving y'all, like, hey, let's play into what the fans are saying about these crack ships, right? Especially with Garby and Josh, especially with Garby and Isaiah, especially with Garby and anybody. Y'all were just shipping her with anybody as long as it wasn't Kendall. So they're like, you know what? Listen, looky here. We'll feed into this for a little bit. We'll give y'all a little bit of taste of this for just a little bit, but then we're going to go back to our normal lives, right? And so I think some of y'all are eating it up. I think some of y'all, I don't know why y'all created I still don't know why y'all created a Twitter community for Tyrique and Justine, because it's unserious. It is unserious as can be. Tyrique even said in the stream with Justine, he's not trying to look to wife nobody right now. He's trying to still be out here in the streets and do him. He's not trying to be tied down. He's not trying to be locked down. But I think he does like the fact of how he is treated in America compared to how he is treated in the UK. I think he likes all of that attention, especially from the ladies. It sounded like Toby and Garby might be heading, and perhaps Mert might be heading back overseas today. Still no sign of Chris.
Chris, though, I can guarantee you is not overseas. So nonetheless, like I had mentioned, he did have a party that he was hosting or whatever else in California, I believe. I think it was in San Diego or somewhere. But he has not been around this cast at all. Also, you know, Charlie has not been nowhere to be found as it pertains to this cast as well. I think Isaiah said once he's done in LA, I think he said he's going to go back to Florida, and then he's also going to visit family somewhere else as well. So nonetheless, I feel like everybody now is winding down. Also, some former Islanders, Courtney and Zeta. Zeta was around for Sydney's birthday. It was like a season 4 reunion. There was a lot of season 4 people and everything else. Like Deb was there, Courtney was there, all this, all that. Then last night we had Leslie and Courtney were also there. Carrington and Ray, I think, have adopted themselves to be a part of the Games cast. Justine kind of mentioned, it made it seem like they want to do with Games, continue to bring back, you know, similar people from previous seasons on the cast. Kind of similar to The Challenge, but also integrate it with other former Islanders as well. So that's interesting. But nonetheless, I think that's it for the latest updates. We'll see if there's anything else that comes to fruition or materializes in the next few days. But I think with more of the Islanders heading home and everything else, there's probably going to be less activity. There's probably going to be less, you know, things to really discuss. So hopefully this puts a bow on the season and puts a bow on Love Island Games and everything else. And everybody can leave the Delulu ships in peace. But I can't stress enough that I am happy that these Islanders have decided, you know, hey, it was just a TV show. It was just 3 weeks. Do not take anything personally. Ignore the hate online. I think also because they're seasoned vets, they've been on this show before, they understand this process before, they're less inclined to engage with the hate and the foolishness. Tyrique will go back and forth with you and cuss you all out and everything else. So I appreciate that compared to the season 7 Islanders, and perhaps it could be all of this new fame, all of this new attention, all of this new followers is all new to them. So they may have not been sure how to properly navigate everything and how to maneuver this and everything else and how to maintain certain friendships. But this particular cast understood the assignment. They understood that, listen, we're better as long as we're in a team in all of this than being separate and arguing and trying to drag each other and trying to tear each other down or trying to feed into the fan narratives on the internet. We are better and stronger together, looking as a united front as the cast, and then it is good for all of us on social media because it's positive engagement. Everyone's engagement farming, and the more that you engage farm outside of the show, the less people are going to keep bringing up the show. They're going to bring up what you're doing right now on the outside. Now, the people who are being weird on the tickety talk against Andreina, I'm going to need you to shut it down. I'm going to need you to shut it down, whether it was her performance yesterday and how athletic she was or wasn't in the tryouts for this reality TV competition for charity. I'm going to need y'all to stop it. Stop making fun of this girl. Stop making fun of her in the Johnny situation. Like, just stop it. Y'all just want to keep attacking. And it's like, why? Just leave these people alone. They're just trying to live their lives. They're not perfect by any means. They're not Sims characters to where they're going to do what you want them to do. And there's no such thing as perfection, you guys. There's just not, especially with reality TV people, right? But nonetheless, let these people move how they're going to move, right? Let them move how they're going to move. Let them do what they're going to do, and let them learn from themselves. But Andreina, to me, has been completely unproblematic. She seems like a nice girl. She just has bad taste in men. She just has terrible taste in men, right? But nonetheless, she seems like a nice person. She seems like she's a great person and everything else. But let her go through this phase. Let her find out for herself who Johnny really is and everything else. Tyrique did let Johnny know that Andreina was pissed about his interview and everything else. So perhaps maybe it was Johnny trying to smooth things over with Andreina or apologize to her. I don't know, and you don't know either, right? But let them figure it out for themselves. So there is that. That's it. That's all. Es todos, es final, es finito. It's the end of the road. It's the end of the line for this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.